Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be going over the brand new Charlotte Tilbury Instant Eye Palette in Pillow Talk. I have been waiting for this to come out. It feels like it's been forever. At least a month, at least a month. I know when I first saw this sneak peek of this, I was like, boom, I have to have it. Absolutely have to have it because her luxury eye palette in Pillow Talk is one of my absolute holy grails. It's one of those kind of like Coco Mirage where if this was gone, I would be really, really sad about it. But luckily, she came out with this. It was a limited edition and now it is permanent. Thank goodness. This palette is also limited edition. I don't know. I don't have the 411 like I used to when I worked at Nordstrom. I knew that the original Pillow Talk palette was going to be coming back out and everybody kept arguing with me. But this time I don't know. I have no idea if this is actually going to remain limited edition or if it's going to come back and be a permanent item. And this is also the very first time I have used one of these larger palettes. The other ones I just wasn't that interested in, mainly because I felt like I had other palettes from her that had similar colors and I felt like I wouldn't use them as much, but the Pillow Talk line is just one of my absolute favorites. So when I saw this, I was like, you are coming home with me. This is a Mel palette, a Mel neutral palette, if you will. It's just so beautiful, and having it in person, seeing it, I am even more happy than what I was initially. And I was really excited about it initially. And then I got it in my hands and I'm just like, yes, 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 yes. I'm going to quit rambling and I'm going to get into the information. Obviously, you already know that this is supposed to be a limited edition and it's on the Charlotte Tilbury website. There's 12 brand new shades in this palette. I'm so happy that there's no repeat shades from the Pillow Talk or any other palette. There are some in here that are similar, but they're not exactly the same. And I'm going to swatch those later on in the video so you can see this palette up against the ones that I would consider to be similar. If you're familiar with the setup of this style palette that she does, it comes in different sections. So you'll see that there's like 3 grouped together. There's 3 shades for each different look that you can create. It makes it really easy and user friendly. The very first 3 are the lightest in the palette, and that is called like the daytime look, and then the next 3 are just a little bit deeper, all matte, and that is a desk look. Then we have the night look and the dream look. I'm going to show you guys the swatches while I read to you the description on Charlotte's website. It's described as a dreamy 12 shade palette including champagne and soft pink eyeshadows for 4 Pillow Talk eye glow looks. 12 magical shades from the dreamy world of Pillow Talk in a mix of super soft, intense matte, and metallic pearl finishes. Diamond powder infuses a jewel-like light and clarity to your eyes, creating a luminous and natural-looking glow. The magical matte shadows contain coated pigments with silicones for a silky, luxurious touch and emollient oils for optimized spreadability. The metallic pearl shades contain coated pigments for a soft, cushiony feel and emollient esters for comfortable to wear glam. It retails for $75 in comparison to the $53 that you pay for the luxury palettes. Getting into the eye look, I wanted to do something that was just a little bit more dramatic. I know that you can definitely do several different softer eyes with this palette, but I wanted to see if I wanted to up the notch, you know, make it a little bit more dramatic. I wanted to use more shades in here, see if it got muddy. I wanted to see how pigmented the shades were and really be able to play with them and see how they worked if I used more than just 3. So let's go ahead and get into this eye look. Scott Barnes number 62, and I'm going to start off with the very first shade in the date section. I'm going to start off by applying this on the outer corner, tapping motions. I like to bring it about halfway over the lid, and then I'm going to work it into the crease. And then blending it upward. This shade kind of reminds me of the shade in the new Golden Opulence palette from Pat McGrath. Maybe just like a smidge darker. Using the same brush, I'm going to skip down a shade and use the last shade in the desk section. I am going to apply this directly to the crease area. Just back and forth, windshield wiper motions, and softly blending this up. It's just adding just a little bit of dimension and a little bit more of that peachy vibe. Sonia G Classic Crease, and I'm going to take a little bit of a risk here, and I'm going to grab the very last shade in the palette. I'm going to tap this on the outer corner, and then again I'm going to bring it into the crease. I feel like I could be really safe and just go in with a deeper brown, but I wanted to see how this performed. So I was like, whatever, we're just going to try it out. I'm focusing the shade on the outer corner, inner portion of the crease, but I'm not going to bring it all the way in. I am buffing it upward a little bit. MAC 221, last shade in the date portion. Just going to add a little depth of brown to this very outer corner. I'm not going to bring it up. I just want to add it to the outer corner. Sonia G Builder 3 and the second to the last shade. I'm applying this to the center of the lid, tapping over the last shade we laid down. BK Beauty 203 in the very first color. I'm going to use that same color on a MAC 283 to highlight my brow arch. MAC 219 in the first color in the Dream section. I'm going to run this all along my lower lash line. That will complete this look. I'm going to go ahead and add on liner and lashes. To finish off the eye look, Milk Boss liner on the top inner rim. I added on my Scandalize liner from Rimmel. This is the micro one. And then Kiss Ritzy lashes. And then, of course, my lips is a collaboration with Christian Audette. I have Smooches and then Kitten liner kind of combined. I put Beauty lipstick on top and then just slightly dabbed it off with a tissue. Let's get into my thoughts on the palette. I am impressed, you guys. I think this is so beautiful. And again, it's just right up my alley. I love these tones, pinky colors, pinky nudes, neutral nudes, things like that. And then obviously I like those coral tones, and I feel like the browns in here have that slight coral undertone to them. So it's right up my alley. I just think it's so beautiful. The mattes in here blended out like a dream. The metallics are more on a subtle but noticeable side. So they're not so subtle that it's nothing's there. And I have worn this once. So I wore it with just a simple look and I had no issues with fading or anything like that. Sorry, my voice is still trying to give out on me. You are going to get a little bit of fallout with the metallic shades, especially if you pack them on. But I don't even always comment about that in videos just because it doesn't bother me. I feel like that's something that happens no matter what metallic I use, and I bake, so it's just easy for me to wipe away. I don't have any issues with it. I just think this palette is beautiful. If these are your type of tones, I think this is absolutely worth it. I think the packaging is beautiful. I will say it's a little light. I was expecting it to be a little bit more hefty, but it's a little light. That's the only negative I can say about it, is that I wish it had just like a little bit more of that luxe weighted feel. But honestly, it doesn't bother me that much. I think it is so pretty to look at. And then the shades inside, just so good. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the comparisons of the shades that I think are similar in this palette to the Pillow Talk original palette, so you guys can see whether or not you want to pick this up. I have to tell you guys, I'm so happy with this purchase. I feel like it was money well spent. I love the performance of these shadows. I love the colors. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm just really excited about it. So if you're going to ask me if I would recommend it, absolutely. If these are your colors, just grab it. Just grab it. It is so pretty. And hopefully she makes this permanent, because I just think this is an addition to her line that she needs to keep, and my own personal opinion. But anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, enjoyed it, if you like the eye look, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.